when the world has got you down. And
Alzheimer's sucks. It's an equal opportunity disease that chips away at everything we hold dear. And to date, there's no cure. So until there is, we continue to fight with the most powerful tool in our arsenal, love. This is Love Conquers Alls, a real and really positive podcast that takes a deep dive into everything Alzheimer's, the good, the bad, and everything in between. And now, here's your hosts, Susie Singer-Carter and Cassie Cruz.
all you gotta do is sing a song.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good middle of the night. Whatever time you're watching us, it's good. And we're happy to have you. I'm Susie Singer-Carter.
And I'm Cassie Cruz, and welcome to Love Conquers Alls. We're super grateful that you're all with us.
Maybe you're watching this like 2 years from now, but it's coronavirus time, and we're so happy to be connecting with people more than ever. Not that we don't love connecting all the time, but this is such a nice reprise from, our sweatpants society right now. And I'm not kidding, sweatpants.
Thanks for calling yourself out, Susie.
You know what? I'm very transparent. I like
we can see by your top today,
right?
girlfriend.
I'm
It's
very
adorable.
I'm circa 1980s. I'm channeling I'm Cyndi Lauper today. This is my Cyndi Lauper. Son's about 1,000 necklaces and bracelets, but a little nod to girls just want to have fun.
Oh man, a big nod to that one, because girls do want to just have fun. And speaking of girls that want to have fun,
I knew this was going to be a great segment.
I want us to introduce our guest that we're having today.
Okay. And I'm gonna let you do it because you're so good at it.
Yeah. well, we'll try. We'll. I'm going to be reading it.
I'm going to sip my coffee because I have such faith in you.
Well, we get to have this awesome woman with us today, and I got to meet her about 4 years ago. And her name is Shememe Williams, and she is
a pretty name.
Oh, it's beautiful, and she is the most beautiful creature inside as well. I mean, she's just lovely through and through.
Everyone that's a reflection of you, my dear.
Aw, that's so sweet. But I hope that's true.
It's true. Water meets its own level, and all those other memes.
Aw, and all those other memes. And I just want to say that she is the CEO and founder of My Active Senior LLC. Online senior service, right? That's so beautiful. It's a marketplace listing of housing, technology, products, events, trips, home health care, and more, all in one place.
Where was she when I was trying to deal with my mom?
She was building this, darling.
This is so great.
She was doing something else. We were doing a fundraiser event, and I got to meet her in Washington, D.C., or Maryland, actually, when we were doing this event. And she was building this at this time, and she's made this come to fruition.
Nice.
She is a
girl power.
Oh, I know. And she's beautiful. And she's just helped so many people. And
you know what I call it? I call it pretty smart.
Yeah, that's good. That is very important. But she is a visionary who has intentionally pursued a career dedicated to helping seniors in many capacities. With her bachelor's of science degree in gerontology from the University of Maryland University College, and 20 years of high-level experience in the senior services industry, that's where I met her, she has created an online technology company that meets the needs of the senior market. I just want to give you some more background of her really quick. In 2000, she began a career as a stretch therapist and personal trainer for NBA athleets.
Oh my gosh.
She's pretty eclectic.
Wow. So that's a tough job.
Yeah. Well, you got some tough players, So there was
you need a little longer massage. Hey, hold on.
This is a bummer.
Yeah, right. Sorry. I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to stay a little bit longer.
We just need a little more therapy. There was an opportunity where the athletes' parents wanted to be trained, and she took an interest and began training all their parents and grandparents as well. Right? So soon after, she also took all those skills to a senior living community and began to teach exercise classes to seniors. And during this time, She pursued a degree in gerontology. This is what led to several director level positions in one of the largest CCRCs in the US. And
What is a CCRC? Let's ask her.
we're going to have to
Let's
ask
ask
her.
her.
Please. Let's ask her. And then after several years,
let's get
let's get her on here. After several years of directing senior care, though, in the private sector, she decided to pursue the public sector and manage a brand new senior center where they started from 20 people, which now houses 500 people a day, ladies and gentlemen. This lady is a powerhouse. And in October 2019, she left the public sector and created this online senior-related market.
Oh, and that's a great day because that's my best friend's birthday, Dawn.
Aw.
October 19th. Anything in the Libra realm is very good.
Aw,
That's a lucky day.
That's a lucky day.
Can we bring her on?
Will you bring her on? And then
right.
we want to give her props for really creating My Active Senior.
Yeah.
And helping so many people. So let's bring her on.
Let's bring her on. Okay, so
Yes.
I would like to introduce to you, as I get used to our technology, Shememe Williams. There she is.
She's there.
Yeah, she's got her own logo. She's like, that girl is hooked up. How are you? Welcome.
Good, thank you. I mean, you guys were great already. I'm already laughing so much.
Gotta laugh. If you don't laugh, it's what's the alternative?
Yeah, we don't. Well, we've done that, but we don't.
Been there, done that. That sucks, and it makes puffs under your eyes.
We can do that though, because emotions are good. So let's not say no to emotions. Okay,
that's true.
But we do want to be happy if we can and laugh together, even in the face of adversity. And that's kind of what you faced, right? Isn't that why you built something like this?
Well, yeah, I actually built it because I thought about it in the private sector too, but it really in the public sector, working when I was running my senior center, I would get a lot of adult children coming to the front desk saying, my dad needs a place to live. He needs a nursing home. Where do I find it?
Right.
Now, being that I was running an entire senior center, like we were the hub. So we were running like 40 classes a week. So anything from health related, fitness, current events, arts, it was all there at the senior center. So I knew where all the resources were. We had them. But I knew that people outside of that senior center, no one knew that we existed. No one knew that 40 classes a week of resources were available to everybody. And people would come in and say, how do I find a woman for my parents? Or I just retired 6 months ago.
Right.
I'm bored to death. Where can I find a Zumba class for seniors? And I was like, this needs to be online, and it's not. Like, I could only say, like, oh, we have a table over there full of a bulletin board full of flyers. Look on there to find something.
Right.
It needs to be online. So I said, I'm going to build it. And that's why I built it.
That's so awesome. Oh, wow. It's so awesome because I did not have that resource with my mom. And my mom's had Alzheimer's for over a decade, like going on 14 years now. And so it was tough, like you go and you look up things that you would find would generally be for seniors who don't have dementia, and trying to mainstream her into a situation with others, it wasn't fair to them because, when someone has dementia, they pull attention and they need the attention, and so it was really hard to find. Like I was so grateful to find any kind of information. So this is amazing.
It is. I'm going to ask a question if I could. Is this, now that you've done this online, is this for everybody in the US?
That is the goal. So that is the goal. The goal is to go nationwide. Right now we're primarily focused in the DMV area, but we are getting a lot of inquiries all over the United States saying, can you do North Carolina? Can you put some resources from Connecticut and Florida? So we're getting inquiries. So we're literally like looking for staff to be in different states to start selling and getting our information in their local areas. So that's the goal. Yeah, definitely. We're going to be a nationwide platform marketplace.
So can you repeat, where are you now? Where are you stationed?
The DMV area, so Washington, D.C.,
Gotcha.
Northern Virginia, and then Maryland. Yes. So that's
Gotcha.
Okay, so those 3 states are covered. You've covered those 3 states right now. So that's your first rollout from 2019.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So basically, you've taken all the resources that are in those states for the seniors, for all the different rec centers or different areas, and you put them on your My Active Senior.
Yes, and we're putting more. It's still a daily process, but yes, we're putting, there's so many resources out there. People have no idea. A lot of them are low cost or free, and just people don't know they're available. So yeah, we're gathering all that data information and putting it on our platform.
Can I ask, so if let's say somebody in LA wanted to, help extend your reach, would they just reach out to you and say, hey, let us aggregate for you. Can you tell us how you did it and give us the template for it? And
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
So do it. If anybody wants to do that, contact Shememe, because she's like, she needs your help.
Yeah.
We all need your help.
Yes, that's the plan. I mean, we actually formed in this process. We actually formed, like for housing, we have a housing category. People can find housing for seniors, nursing homes and assisted living, independent living, and low income. And while we were doing that, we found ourselves morphing into a housing, senior placement housing. People were asking, can you help us find my mom a place to live? And we had these relationships with these buildings. So now people can call us and we can actually place them in housing and do that, help them with that process.
Oh, wow.
So a housing placement agency as well while we're doing it at the same time.
That is such an incredible service and a needed service, because when you're faced as a caregiver with that kind of task, it's so daunting, with your emotions, your emotions are clouding everything. It's so hard. Like I remember going and for the first time having to, go and visit different places that potentially for my mom. And
it's overwhelming.
Well, first of all, it's emotional as hell. Like I'm crying through I'm like, I'm not putting her here. I'm not putting her here. This is not going to happen. And
right.
It didn't compute. I couldn't fathom putting my mom in a place like that. And I felt I was gutted.
Would you support that type of service as well, like Susie's needs at that time? Would you have been, if she reached out to My Active Senior during that time, would you have hooked her up with somebody to maybe chat with about that and have that kind of dialogue to ease her mind?
Absolutely. We have people in place that can do that. So we partner with different care management agencies and a lot of home care agencies, and we have people who are specialized in those areas who can talk to you, and we can actually do a pre-screening of what your mother or dad needs specifically to live. So we do all of that process with you, over the phone, in person. Now over the phone, everything.
Over the phone.
But yeah,
that's so good. It's so important. It's because we don't know, especially as Americans, we don't really know what goes on past age 40, I mean, we're so shielded from our senior citizens and it's so sad. And
and because we don't think about it until you need it. You don't think, you don't think my mom is fine, she's fine, she's independent, she's fine. But then when they start needing care or needing assistance, then it's like, oh, where do I go? Like, what am I doing? Like,
to quote the movie 40 something, blink and you're 90. I'm telling you, it's so true.
Well, time goes a lot faster as you get older, because guess what? Life is awesome and we like to live, don't we? And I love so many things. It's like, I want to do that. 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 And that's really what was another piece for this, Shememe, that you actually built, because you're a senior, because you're in a later part of your your life, does not mean that you don't want to be active and do fun stuff.
Exactly.
And retirement is not sitting around watching TV. I love TV, by the way. I mean, I love TV. So I'm real happy with the TV. But
I give my mom a good looking man or just a man. She's happy. Hello. Yeah, that would be number one priority. Okay, so the place has to be,
good looking man
and a lot of men.
Well, Shememe could actually hook her up with that, because she'd know where those
are. I do. I know where all the men are.
Here's your single men. Hook you up.
The woman has more game than I've ever had, ever.
Well, actually, to respond to what you said, most of our services on our platform are for caregivers looking for their parents.
Oh.
Okay. However, we do have those other categories, because I wanted to make sure that we were reaching those active seniors, and I wanted to be intentional with the name. Like if you are an active senior or would like to be engaged and active, this is where you come. So if you don't need services right now, but you want to find new hobbies, or you
A yoga class.
Right. You want to find a travel. You want to travel. You want to find a new activity to do, or
painting.
Yeah.
Did you say go-go class? Like go-go like that? What did you say? Yoga or go-go?
I said yoga, but I like go-go.
I mean, let's talk about the demographic, you know?
Hey, man, that's the time.
Right. So we're trying to say that, you know, this is when you start to age and you active and you being more engaged. Your second part of your life now can be more quality. That's the whole point. We want to expose you to a whole new world of things that you never even knew was even available and even consider. You can just
I love that. I love that.
Yes.
I love it too. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
How did you get interested in seniors? Because it's so, I find it always fascinating because I love seniors. I love them like I love, and I don't equate this, don't take this wrong, everybody, but like I love babies and I love older people because both are honest and both are very disarming, and they wear their emotions on their sleeve and they're very truthful. It's like,
No, they're truthful.
look at that butt on that girl. That's huge, you know? And it's like, you know what? You're right. It is huge, but it looks good. You know, it's like that. It is what it is. And so I love it. And I love the you know, from all our elders, all the sage advice you can get, and you know, there's so much they have to give you, and we squander it.
Right.
What did one of our guests say? They like to be called longevity. Wait, what was that?
Yeah.
They don't want to be called seniors. They want to be called longevinists. No.
Well, we have to come up with a better word. But
I'm totally opposite from that mentality. I am about embracing the word senior because you can define it however you want to. I mean, because when you think about it, when you wanted to be a senior in high school.
I
right?
knew you were going to say that. Yes.
You wanted to be the senior exec, and when you were in the workplace, and all of a sudden, now you're no longer working. All of a sudden, that title loses its value.
Right.
And you equate that word to work. And your value, that value should not be diminished because you're no longer working.
You earned it. You earned it. You like seniors in high school, seniors in a company. You are respected.
Yes.
Respected and revered.
Revered, as it should be, and that's the way it should be. Seniors should be revered because I'm so close to being senior. It isn't funny.
You need to embrace it. I mean, you have to. That's who you are. I mean, you are, and you have this wisdom. Share it, engage. I mean, this is what your purpose.
Right.
Oh. Just say I work all these years. No, now you got all this experience. Share it and pass it down because you are a senior.
Right.
Oh, I love it. That's a great perspective.
Like,
you're a great kaleidoscope.
I love it. Yeah. No, I mean, as a writer, because I'm a writer and I'm on a lot of committees at the Writers Guild, and you know, there's a diversity committee of you know, our older, our senior, because there's such ageism, and I always say, like, why would you want to hire if you have two really great writers? One is 20 and one is 70. Who has more experience?
I'd go for the 70.
Who has a bigger voice? Honestly, like who's going to give you a more varied, you know, product? I mean, come on. I don't think at 20, I didn't know half of things in life. What could I write about?
But here's the other thing is the 20-year-olds and the people that are younger have a voice and have an opinion as well. And of their own, and the sharing, the collaboration together. That's what you're talking about, Shememe. It's like, and it's embracing all of us as a community and us working together and having reverence and respect for each other and how we care for each other and how we have resources and share the information and exchange those stories. Exactly what we're doing today.
It's so important.
Wanted to have you on because I thought what you were doing was so very important. It's so vital. I applaud you for getting it in 3 states in a year, girlfriend. That is huge. And you're going to keep going. My prayers for you is going to keep going. It's going to become nationwide. There's going to be advocates that are going to come from each state that are going to want to hook up with your franchise and become that resource for that state, right? That's what you're looking. That's how you're building this business, correct?
Absolutely.
Did I already ask this? But I wanted to know what was your affinity towards this line of work?
Like I said earlier, you guys mentioned about me starting with the seniors, working with the parents of the NBA players, because, you know, everyone wanted to be, you know, with the NBA players, you know, NBA, NFL players. That is what you want to be, right?
Can you explain that? I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, talk about that part a little more.
So, and so I'm 6'2", right? So
what, girl?
Yeah, I'm 6'2".
Girl, I'm not even 6'2" in my big bossy boots. I'm so jealous.
And I wear heels on top.
I
So
love
like
that.
5'6", really. So
I love it.
thank you. So they used to always give me the NBA players. I was tall. I can stretch them. I can, you know, train them and work with them. So it was great. But then, you know, some of their parents wanted to be trained, and they wanted to bring trainers at home. And so no one wanted to work with the parents. And I was like, well, I'll do it. You know, I don't mind working with the parents. Money was like money for me. I was 20. I was like early. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so I just started loving working with the seniors. I mean, they would give me so much wisdom. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, I was learning about finance, like all the things that I never knew about.
You had 1,000 parents.
I did. And I was training them, and I was learning about their families, and I was learning about how to grow in life and pitfalls to avoid. I mean, I was like, oh my God, this is a wealth of knowledge. And I just was so attracted to that. And I wanted to learn more about the aging process. And I just said, I had a degree at Temple University. I had a basketball scholarship at Temple University. And I never completed my degree. So I took my credits. I was so close to graduating. I took my credits and transferred all those credits to University of Maryland and got a degree in and pursued gerontology.
Oh man, you're really special.
Thank you. So yeah, I fell in love with the process of aging at that point, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to make this a career, and I'm going to figure out some way to make this. I want to serve millions of seniors and families.
I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I think it's amazing what you do.
It's incredible. She's incredible.
Yeah.
She's incredible. So
I get the claps when people are so like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because you're like in awe of their, first off, she has purpose and passion, but most importantly, I think what I perceive in you is that you have perseverance. And you have a different perspective that you bring, and you got that from all those people that you touched physically, and they touched you back in so many other ways in that interaction.
Empathy. It's like the thing that's lacking. You know, we need to reinstate that. It's really important to have empathy, and to, you know, it's vital.
It is. Yeah. And the senior demographic is so, they're not, I want to say ignored, particularly marketing to them. I mean, they are the most least marketed demographic in all demographics. And yeah, like you're saying, being empathetic and have empathy for them, knowing how to serve them properly and how to care for them properly and how to interact with them. I mean, we just don't have that knowledge. So to bring that knowledge to everyone so they can know how to, like, I always tell people, you're going to be 80, you know that, right? Like that's your goal. Like you're down.
If you're lucky. If
you're hopefully you're eventually.
She said goal. She said goal, Susie.
Yeah.
Like you do know you want to get there, right? Right. You do know you want to get there, right? Like
right.
You hopefully you want to be 80 and 90, and so let's value that. So yeah, it's important that we learn about how to address them. I've hired personal trainers or like trainers to teach exercise classes, right? So I'll get trainers who will say, oh, I'm great. I have all these certifications. I can teach all kinds of exercise. And then I get them in a room of 70 active seniors a room of 70-year-olds around 70. And it'd be like 100 seniors in a room. And they're teaching classes, exercise class, and they have no idea how to teach them. They don't know how to address them. They're being too baby and like these are active, like they don't really have the knowledge.
Yeah.
And so you have to really learn about this demographic and who you're serving, and that's what I really want to help bring that knowledge to.
And Shememe, don't you agree? I mean, I'm a big, I've always been athletic always been from dancing to working out, teaching it as well. And I'm a big advocate of moving your bod. Okay.
Yes.
And
Huge. It's important.
it's huge. And I remember when I used to teach step class, and I'd get like senior citizens in there, and we're talking like hard classes, right? Who were well into their 70s and 80s and were kicking butt and taking numbers. And you can do it. It doesn't mean because you hit a certain age that you have to stop. Granted, you might have health issues, but that can happen at 20, you know? And so if you're healthy-ish, you can be more healthy if you continue moving your body.
Right. And even if you're not even the most sedentary seniors, I mean, they can just start, I mean, this facts that's, scientific facts that say that you can twice a week, just doing chair stands can make a huge impact on your physical ability.
100%.
I mean, so it's just doing more than you did yesterday. I mean, you definitely improve, and so absolutely, yeah.
I mean, we are living longer, and you figure why do you want quantity or quality?
Right.
How about both?
Well, I was going to say, let's try to go for both.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to want to pick quality because, that's what it's like every day is like, I pack my days because I love doing things.
Right.
And most people that, have an idea of something, they want to do something. And then they think, oh, on this age, I can't do it.
Right.
I took up like 2 years ago, beach volleyball, because I always wanted to do it, and I've never done it. And
I won a hip hop competition 3 years ago.
Oh my God. Wow.
And
she's very good at hip hop. I will tell you that.
I'm a brand new grandma. I'm a brand new Gigi.
Wow, that's awesome. See, and that's why we're saying, like I said, I'm very intentional about the name My Active Senior, because in the industry, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but noticed that most senior living for communities or like cultural arts centers, or senior centers, they're taking the word senior out of those facilities. Like they're calling them, the center, or like I know one in Gaithersburg, Benjamin Gaither Center, like there was like a senior newspaper. They're taking the word senior out. So now, first of all, I was telling them, and I talked to them myself, and I said, now if a person who is over 70 is looking for somewhere to go, they see that name, they will not know it's for them.
Right.
You're listening to the boomers who have not embraced who they are, and they're making you change your whole your whole image because you don't want to be, they don't want to be called the senior. Now when they need your services, they don't know.
They can't find you. Yeah. Nobody wants to go to the silver sneaker class, but when the silver sneakers were cool and platformy and everything like the bomb.
Right. Yeah, if they were revered.
Let's make it the bomb, let's make it people can't wait to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're talking about. And that's what you're sharing with the world, Shememe, is like basically changing that perception.
Exactly.
And that's what we're also doing with our podcast is we want to be a resource to change people's minds or expand them or at
change
least
the conversation. Yeah, I tried to develop a project with a studio about 6 years ago based on my assisted living, and because there's so much comedy that comes out of it.
Oh my gosh, a huge amount.
It's perfect. It couldn't be more,
it's very
fodder for a great series.
Yes.
And we could not sell that thing because of the O word. I mean, there's the OLD word, which I called it, it's a 4-letter, 3-letter word, because people did not want to hear about it. It's like, it's not about old people. It's about the community around them and people embracing it. And baby boomers are going to be the biggest population demographic that we have. And they have money.
Yeah. Well, we're the ones that have the money.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't understand it. And that's why we're in a transition for me, because it's senior and it's tech, right? So we're in that transition period of now actually during COVID, during this time, now they are forced to go online. You have to, if you want to be engaging and have a quality of life, you got to go online and look for some stuff. You got to pick up your phone and you got to be engaged. You got to embrace this technology. And so, and it can happen. I mean, I remember I did an event at a casino one day. I used to do events every month at a casino. I have a big event. And so the casino changed over the technology to, they used to have, you pull the lever.
Right,
and,
right.
Yeah.
But now that was out. You got to put your card in, you got to put your PIN code
And you
in.
push the button.
And you push the button.
Yeah.
So, oh God, this is going to be a nightmare next month. They're going to not be able to do it. They picked it up very quickly because.
Oh yeah. Necessity is the mother of invention. It's like, wait, this is how I do it. Boing.
I want to gamble. And everybody likes playing games in that way. They interact. The interaction is what it is.
Exactly.
And if we teach, and you basically could help teach them too, right?
Exactly.
Via online or via the phone, if they need that kind of help with technology.
Yeah, we have providers who just provide classes for seniors how to use Zoom, how to use, use technology. How, they're hearing all this Zoom. What's Zoom? What's Zoom? Now there are people, and we're showcasing them. We're saying, here's where you find how to use your tablet, how to use your phone, how to, for free, how to use Zoom.
Oh, fantastic.
We're showcasing them and putting them to the forefront, so now they can get more exposure and seniors can be more engaged during this time. And
connected,
connected and feel independent too.
Exactly.
So they're not feeling like they have to be disconnected because of the technology.
And then how do you support your mission here? How financially?
So our providers who are listed, they pay us to be listed on our platform.
Okay, so it's basically an advertisement. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. It's an ad-based model.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. That's how we get our funding. And I mean, it's great. I mean, because they can post video, they can post photos, information, anything they want. The social media, all that is on their profile. So people have immediate access to everything they have available. So yeah, that's what we do. We want to be the number one this marketplace for seniors to find services, activities, and to be connected and be engaged. That is our purpose.
It's free. It's free for everybody else then, right? It's free for all the people that are looking. That's awesome.
Where do you find that there's a need in the marketplace for our seniors? What are we lacking?
Well, right now in this period during this COVID, right now a lot of family caregivers don't want to send their their parents to senior living communities. They're afraid of, so they want to. So home care right now is really big. Like they're trying to find the best caregiver, someone who can come in, assist them, help them with their parent, because it's a lot. Because now you're home all day. You're talking about the sandwich generation. You got kids at home all day, and you got your parents, and it can be a lot.
It can be a lot. Like I'm a sandwich generation. I'm like a club sandwich, because we have 4 generations. Honest.
Oh wow.
It's 4 generations, and it's like there's so much. There's caregiving. Yeah. The infant, there's caregiving from my mom, there's caregiving, and then you have to take care of yourself as well. And my yappy dog. Did you hear the yappy dog? That's my dog. That's my other. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Hello, you little cutie pies. But you're adorable.
I wanted to ask you, because I have this passion.
They're like, you will hear me now.
You know what? That's the beauty of podcasts. Everything goes. I have a passion.
We're living the life, Susie.
That's right. We are. We actually are. Like, who would ever think that you could do a show in your home like this, right? It's great. It's really great.
We're grateful. We're grateful.
Really grateful. I think, like, I have this dream of. I think there is not enough entertainment for our seniors, and that is geared directly to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, I use the child model because I started in children's programming, and I think about how defined each age group was and what their requirements were, and what you have, they are, they're actually regulated, in terms of how you present this content. Why not for our seniors at different stages of their, cognitive abilities, like, from seniors who are completely active and healthy to all the way to dementia. And as long as they're living, they need to be engaged and I know that there's, you know, ways to engage them, like music with people with Alzheimer's. Why not have those kinds of programming that is available anytime?
They're coming. People are contacting me who have programming for seniors left and right. I mean,
Really? Tell me more. Tell me more.
I mean, there are so many. So there's a company out in Arizona, and they're called Televita, and they do this live streaming, completely holistic, a great company, holistic approach to programming, from art to brain fitness, brain health, exercise, the full gamut. I mean, history classes, all online, live streaming, fantastic.
Love it.
Quality programming, quality. I mean, I have exercise companies. The one I talked to you about with Montgomery County, Maryland, they do the Zoom classes and exercise classes online. Everything now are going to be programming online for seniors, and their companies are building this stuff for seniors to do. Senior-friendly platforms, senior-friendly products to do and be engaged online.
They need content. We need to provide them content. Get a hold of me. I'm a great writer, and I've got
that. They're great. No, they are great, and I push their stuff all the time because the quality. I've gone to a couple of classes. I've actually I connect different senior communities with them, and and you can watch them. Actually, what's so great about that company is that you can live stream a class, and let's say another community from on the East Coast can live stream at the same time. You can say hi to New Yorkers in the senior center, to California. They're all in the same room, like engaging each other in the same platform at the same time.
Love it. I love it. I love it so much. And because I think, you know, even in the best of senior centers, my mom's at one of the best in LA, really, and it's the Jewish Home, and they, you know, it's tough because they don't have the infrastructure for that. It is starting because of Zoom, because of the Corona, and people wanting to, like, I have to Zoom with my mom every week because I can't go and visit her. But, you know, generally, if it's not live entertainment that comes, it's old musicals on the TV, and that's it.
Yeah, they're building them. I mean, they are building, and it's exciting to see now. It's like, okay, seniors, now guess what, you guys? You can actually embrace technology. You know why? Because it is for you. It's not for the 20-year-old. This technology and programming is for you, with you in mind. And my Christina is going to help you find out where they are. And
I'm so happy to hear this. This is the best news ever.
Yeah.
Well, you'll make sure that you find out about that company, Susie.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question for you, Shememe. What do you see as far as Alzheimer's go and caregivers for Alzheimer's? Do you see it? Is it set apart? Are they set apart? Or are they in a different category coming to you? Are they pretty much, it's all the same? What's your view on that, and how do you look at that?
Our platform is built for that. We want to be able to support them. So we try to be, you know, our staff is really, I train my staff. We actually take courses on how to deal with caregivers, and then knowing the stresses of it, and knowing what they are dealing with, because that's very important, because that's most of the calls that we get, people who are caring for their parents. And we understand, it's so important to understand the level of intensity of that, what that can take on anyone.
Huge.
24 hours. I mean, and it's hard to, you know, you're going through phases of, should I let her go and let her move to a community? But it's my mom, so I'm let her stay with me, but I got my kids, and it's like you're going through all of that. So I do see it as we're just trying to be more sensitive to, this is real life, and just making sure that we can provide whatever services they need. We will, if we don't have it on our platform, we'll find it for them, because we know that they really are really in need, and they need support.
Have you seen a trend that that it's more than it used to be? Have you seen the growth of that need?
I have, and the need is, well, a lot of it's, I don't even know what to call it. They don't even know what to call it yet, because a lot of times they'll give us, okay, my mom is having some memory issues, but I don't think it's not Alzheimer's, or they don't have the knowledge. They don't have a name for it yet. And I'll say, you know what? And I don't know. I have a conversation with them, and I'll say, you know what? Those are signs of memory loss and Alzheimer's or dementia. They don't even have those terminology to define it. So this lack of education But we do see a trend of, we're getting more calls now. My mom is isolated. She needs something to do. I just can't have her watch TV all day. Can you, I do see more calls of isolation because they can't engage their parent as much as they would like to. So we're getting more, can you find things for them to do? I need some help in that aspect.
Got it.
Well, we are so very grateful for you coming on our show today and chatting with us and sharing your vision and really sharing your vision with the world.
You're a hell of a spirit, and
she's a powerhouse.
And I'm really, I am your champion, and I'm happy to meet you. And I hope that everybody follows your lead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And thanks for having me. This was great.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. This was great what you guys are doing. I also applaud you two both as well. This is a great conversation. I'm glad you guys are making this global because people need to hear this conversation and understand about Alzheimer's and how important it is. And it has a name, and there are ways to support it and support your caregiver. So, support you as a caregiver and your parent, and there are resources out there. So I'm glad you guys are having this conversation.
Thank you.
Oh, we are so thankful for you.
It's not like, it's fun.
Yeah.
You have to make it fun.
We have to, right? Exactly. And we want to thank you so much for that. And of course, we like having fun, and girls do just want to have fun. I just want to say thank you to our listeners. We so appreciate you. We're so grateful for you. Please, if you care about us, subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe wherever that button is.
Yeah. And until next time, please remember, love is powerful, love is contagious, and love conquers all.
It really does. Okay. Take care, you guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.